I'm Edgar. I'm 34. I currently live in Tampa, Florida with my partner.
Hi, I'm Frankie. I'm 39.
And we really enjoy spending time together playing video games, watching movies. Also, we like playing pickleball, volleyball, and board games. So, before being diagnosed for sleep apnea, or before I even knew what that was, as a teenager, I just felt very exhausted all the time, very tired, unable to join a lot of my friends or family in activities, and feeling like I was actually a part of it. Even when I was a part of it, I wasn't fully there. And there would be many times where I would get home from school and just sleep, wake up, do my homework, and then go back to sleep. That's how exhausting it was to just be active during the day. So just every day just felt like a struggle to go through it with energy and have the drive to do things.
I met Edgar when he first started receiving treatment. I had no idea what sleep apnea was. I had no idea there was a machine you hook up to and plug into. And he had to explain it to me the first time we met and we first started dating. Because I was like, what is this? This is unusual. After he explained to me that it helps him breathe and it gives him like a really good night's sleep, I was like, oh, well, dang, that's important. And then it made me think, do I get a good night's sleep? Like, could I get a better night's sleep? Um, but for Edgar, the big difference is when he used to take his mask off in the middle of the night and not realize it, I can hear him breathing so loud and gasping for breath, and he'd wake up just absolutely exhausted, almost like a zombie to the world.
The diagnosis took a while because I didn't have access to proper health insurance. I was an undocumented student, also going into community college, and it was just something that we brushed off. So even if my parents would mention that I was sleeping too much, or if I would wake up with a headache, it, it just seemed like I was just not sleeping well. Like, oh, just change your pillow and it'll be fine. Um, but I got diagnosed at the age of 25, and it started to really connect the dots as to why the entire time I was feeling the way I was. Because now my dad was diagnosed with sleep apnea, and my brother was also recently diagnosed with sleep apnea. And he's been athletically active his whole life. And it was very surprising because, of course, people think that there's different bodily attributes that are connected to sleep apnea, but really it's just grown so much. And it's helped with my confidence to know that I gotta keep going with my treatment. I gotta keep going with learning about sleep hygiene. I gotta keep going with sharing with others. And it's been a fantastic experience to learn from others along the way. If you have access to care, uh, start asking questions. There's so many other things that we automatically ask questions about. And for this huge aspect of our life, 1/3 of our lives, which is sleep, to not ask questions about that is such a miss. And so to ask questions about sleep in and of itself is already going to put you in the right direction. Even if you have great sleep, just make sure that you maintain that great sleep. And if you think you don't have great sleep, then yeah, ask those questions and start to see what's out there. Don't assume it's one thing, but it's always good to remain skeptical.